Hello, people of the internet. My name is Kay, and welcome to Yas Veritas, or welcome back to Yas Veritas. So, a couple months ago, I did a big video essay on my first fandom / favorite childhood book series, The Rainbow Magic Fairies. I'm really happy with how it turned out. And I was cleaning my house, and I came across another book series that I loved as a child, and have started to see a weird resurgence of on Instagram Reels and TikTok. It's the strangest thing. So of course, let's talk about it. We start off where we started the last video essay, at the Scholastic Book Fair. Really, everything in my life points back to the Scholastic Book Fair, truly. Anyway, this was another book series I discovered there. This series was unlike any other I'd ever read. I loved the visual aspects of the book. Every time there would be an adjective or an action word, the font would change. If it was sob, it would be big and blue and have little water droplets near it. It was the most genius thing. And I, as a 7-year-old, was like, this is genius. I must have all of these. In case you're still not picking up what I'm putting down, this is a video essay about Geronimo Stilton. According to the official Wikipedia page, Geronimo Stilton is an Italian children's chapter book series created by Elisabetta Demi and written under the pen name of the title character, Geronimo Stilton. The English version of the series was first published by Scholastic in the US in February 2004. This series has sold over 180 million copies worldwide, and with 200 entries, is one of the best-selling book series of all time. That is incredible. So Geronimo Stilton takes place on Earth, populated by anthropomorphic mice and rats, and follows the titular character, Geronimo. He also has a cousin named Trap, a sister named Thea, and a 9-year-old nephew named Benjamin. This family is a magnet for chaos, and it is so fun. There was sort of a story to it, but they felt really episodic. Every time Geronimo would get into some sort of weird situation he really didn't want to be in. For example, my 2 favorite books out of the series were Geronimo Stilton's Secret Agent and The Great Pearl Heist. In the former, Geronimo is simply doing his job, as any good journalist would, and is stalked by this strange man who turns out to be a friend from elementary school who's actually a secret agent and needs his help. It's just so clever. It's very fish out of water scenario, and he's such a funny protagonist. He's so anxious. He's such a stick in the mud. He's like, I just want to do my job. I don't want to be involved in anything except business, strictly business. It was really funny to see all these wacky scenarios befall him, and as the reader see those wacky scenarios be conveyed not only in the illustrations, but in the actual text. In addition to the main series, there were also retellings of other stories, like I have this Wizard of Oz Geronimo Stilton book. It's just the Wizard of Oz with the funny text and illustrations, and they're also all mice. Also, there was a fantasy spin-off in which Geronimo goes on these very complex high fantasy Lord of the Rings-esque adventures with dragons and knights and princesses and anthropomorphic frogs. It's just the best. A character that sort of shows up in the main Geronimo Stilton series is Thea Stilton. She became so popular that a spin-off book series called The Thea Sisters came out not long after the first. These books are so fucking good. I would read them today. I love them so much. So, Thea works as a professor. The Thea sisters met at Mouseford Academy. They are all mentees of Thea, and they bonded over a mystery they solved together. The members are Pamela from New York, Nikki from Australia, Colette from France, Paulina from Peru, and Violet from China. Oh, and there's also a TV show. used to love this show. So Geronimo Stilton, the TV series, was produced in Italy in co-production with the French-American group Moonscoop Studios for the first 2 seasons, and then a different studio for season 3, which I have not seen. I've only seen the first 2, I believe. I could be wrong, though. I don't remember what sequence I watched the episodes in. This show aired in Italy and France and Canada. However, in the great old US of A, where I am, it was only available on demand through Kabillion and on DVD and I think in the iTunes store. The voice cast of this show is insane. Brian Drummond voices Geronimo. Brian Drummond is also Ryuk from Death Note. When I found that out, I lost my mind. We also have Sarah Edmondson, Richard Ian Cox, Aaron Matthews. Incredible, incredible voice actors. As a fellow voice actor and voice actor fanatic myself, it is so much fun to research this sort of thing. The series follows Geronimo, Trap, Bea, Benjamin, Benjamin's best friend, Pandora, nicknamed Bugsy Wugsy in the books, and villains Sally Rasmussen and Simon Squealer. Much like in the books, the Stilton family, plus Pandora, are caught up in wacky adventures, and meanwhile, Simon Squealer and Sally Rasmussen are constantly looking for ways to undo Geronimo. It's fun, it's crazy, it's just a good watch. It's a solid children's cartoon.
Travel on the Rodent Express is supposed to be a dignified experience. You don't see Tia clowning around.
Hey, hi, Geronimo.
Gah! Tia! What are you doing out there?
Just checking this old train out. You were right. Pretty cool. I'm going up to the engine now.
We prefer that our passengers remain inside the train.
My sister is fascinated with anything that flies, drives, or is going to give me a heart attack.
Thanks. That was way too close.
I had a feeling we should help keep an eye on you two. And I was right.
Geronimo? You can let go of the rope now.
I can? Oh, I can.
It's time that you got to the bottom of this.
Me?
Don't worry. She won't know that you're an imposter impersonating the imposter.
So that makes me not an imposter?
Exactly. It can't fail.
Last but not least, after I've gone through the history of this series, its spin-offs, its television adaptation, we've come to the root of why I created this video. The animeification and odd fan art and thirst that this series has garnered in what feels like the last 3 months or so. What is this? What is this? Yes, it is sexy fan art of Geronimo Stilton as a human man. Why must we fly so close to the sun? What did we as humanity do to deserve this? You know what? I can name a few things. Geronimo Stilton has always had an interesting place in pop culture. I remember memes being like, only cool kids read Geronimo Stilton. If you know what Geronimo Stilton is, then you're cool, we can be friends. But I've never seen this extent of fan art and just outright thirst for the characters. It is really funny. I mean, what are you gonna do? Sarah Edmondson does voice Theo. What can you do? What can a human do? Anyway, I am really happy that this series is getting more attention, both the show and the books and the spin-offs. It really was a huge staple of my childhood, and I still have so many of these books. Unlike the Rainbow Fairies, I did not get rid of these when I turned 13 because I thought they were for little kids. I thought they were too cool to get rid of. They are still around and being sold in bookstores. The art style has changed and developed over the years. I'm a fan of the original, but here we are. I don't really know what to say about the fan art, the audios, the drawings. It's just something we have to live with. This is the world we live in, beloved childhood characters are going to be thirsted over. They just are. That's just the way things are. I'm going to end the video here. I don't know what else to say. I love this series. Let me know in the comments if you've read this series. Who is your favorite Thea sister? Who do you most identify with? I was always a Paulina girly. I thought she was cool. I loved her long braid. I wasn't a fan of the orange. I know she wears orange. That's her color. If I were a Thea sister, I think I would be from... I can't say New York because there's already one from New York. So I guess I will be from a different state. I don't know. And I would wear blue. And what would my thing be? My thing would be drawing. I don't know. Drop your own Thea sister OCs in the comments too. I'm interested. I didn't really know there was a fandom for this. I was just sort of a sole enjoyer of it. Me and my family were huge fans of the show growing up. But, I don't know. Just talk to me in the comments. I love talking to you, and I love talking to you about this sort of thing specifically. I love childhood media. It's super big on YouTube right now. One of my favorite creators, Lula Loopsy, is incredible. She does incredible nostalgia content. I love her. Also, Athena P. More creators are making nostalgia content, and it's so great. I'm a huge nostalgia head. I'm nostalgic for everything, and I love talking about this sort of thing. So please, please, please leave it in the comments below, and I will talk to you soon in my next video. Bye!